What's up, guys? How are we doing today? So if you saw the replay video, you knew this deck list was coming. Invoked Synchro. We're going to talk about the choices a little bit here. We cut one DD Crow and are called by the Graves for 2 tactical talents and 2 forbidden drops. I just feel like they offer more versatility and are just overall better cards moving forward. And as of, well, in 2 hours and 6 minutes and counting, they will technically be allowed for sale, which means they are legal. So yeah, that's pretty cool, pretty big news. Rise of the Duelists, really looking forward to those 2 cards in particular, along with Dragma. We want to work on some Dragma, some Numeron, some Eldritch, and as always, Cyber Dragon content for you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the channel. We will keep doing replay videos followed up by the deck profiles with other things splashed in here and there, like meta counters, ban list predictions, or talks in this case, because I don't know if we're necessarily going to get a ban list. And unpopular opinion, I don't know if we actually need a ban list yet, so we'll have our ban list talk a little bit later in the month once we get closer to September, and you can hear my arguments for why we don't need a ban list. So moving forward, I did 200 test hands, and 93% of the time I was able to invoke or synchro combo at least one of them, and I think it was like 52% I was able to do both actually. That was for either or. I don't remember the exact numbers. I don't have my notebook where I wrote everything down out, but I believe it was like 89 or 90% based off of using our hypergeometric distribution. So at 93 we were slightly higher, but with 200 test hands I felt like it was a pretty good sample size to show the deck is consistent. And when you don't open your synchro or invoked combo, it's because I opened 2 to 4 hand traps. I think there was only one time that I didn't, and that was opening like Cosmics and Invocations and a few Necro Valley, a weird one-off hand, but virtually every hand's playable or good enough to stall you one turn. So we're playing triple Alistar. It's the normal summon of the deck. 3 Adhara, 3 Arborea as our tuners of choice because they can special summon themselves, unlike Jet Synchron and the tuning engine that requires your normal summon more often than not. This allows us to keep our normal on Alistar. Additionally, if you don't open your invoked engine, every single monster we play is able to get linked into Almirage. So if you open any of your monsters with one of them, you can do combo. So that's always really nice. Not playing 001 because it's just another card that we don't necessarily want to open in our hand. So we're playing the 2 O-Lions. And if you open one of them, you'll just summon a level 3 off of your Helka Fibrax. You'd have your token, and then or your Link Cross a little bit later. Link Cross and your 3 into blocker, token and blocker, into your Auroradon, and then a little bit you'd summon out your other O-Lion, and then you'd go into your Marcher, bring back your O-Lion, and continue doing your combo that way. So hand traps, not a whole lot to talk about them, I guess, really. 3 Ash, 3 Ogres, DD Crows, Veilers. Veiler is key and important to at least play 1 for the Selene to access code talker play. Other than that, it's pretty just choice of hand traps, I suppose. I do like this going forward because Eldritch is still very, very popular. Invoked, hit their Alistar. Things like that. Numeron with our Ogre also hit Helka Fibrax to stop a Link crossplay. Ash just very generic and can hit something versus everything. Triple Meltdown because it's another 1-card combo. We have our Alistar, we have our Meltdown, we have our Terraforming, and our Set Rotation as our 8 1-card combos. And then, like I said, for Synchro, we have our Adharas and our Arboreas with our Rhoda and technically E-Telly for Ogre, but that's another way into Synchro combo. So we also have 8 1-card Synchro combos. And I am calling it 1 card. I mean, technically, you could open 4 of your spell and traps, not counting, I guess there's 5, 6, 7. So that leaves 7, 8, 11. You could open 11 of those cards and kind of get stuck if you open one of them, but it's just statistically not going to happen very often. So really easy to do at least something with the deck, and hands are all playable. If your opponent has multiple hand traps, or depending when they hand trap, it can cause problems, but that is the majority of decks. I've played through 1 and 2 pretty decently consistent. Well, played through 1 hand trap. Sorry for the mumble stumbles. One hand trap played through quite a bit, two once in a while. I actually played through three once, but that's not too often. That hand was just absolutely insane. Necro Valley as our other set rotation target to get us back on topic. Was debating a few things here, and it's like, well, Mystic Mind, then I can use it to stall or this or this. And it's like, well, that doesn't really make sense because I just gave them an out to my board that I'm forced to negate, and I don't want to do that. So just kind of going through hand traps of choice, and once we combo off, Necro Valley really doesn't do a whole lot to us, and it hits most decks, so they're not going to want to activate it. 2 Invocation, plenty enough to keep recycling them. Thought about playing 3 because I already open it decent enough at 2, so play it at 3, then your search off Alistar really doesn't matter, but at the same time, it's not something you necessarily want to see all the time. 2 Tactical Talents. I use the Change of Heart effect actually almost more than the draw. It comes up all the time. It's pretty crazy. And then obviously going first, especially, say they Ash your Alistar, and then you get to draw 2 cards off of it and continue to combo and do things. So it's really, really good, versatile card. Almost never use the look at their hand, but once in a while I guess it comes up. But the other 2 effects are just insane. Forbidden Droplet, another really good card. Helps if you open multiples of, say, your Ash or Ogres, the not once per turn hand traps. You can pitch one to negate, and your opponent can't respond with monster effects. So, really good there as well. 2 Cosmic Cyclones. There's enough back row in the format that I feel like maining it is a good option. You could always take this out for more hand traps, extenders, whatever you wish. We touched on those 2 already, and then 3 Impermanents to round out our hand traps. The extra deck, we have double Macabre and 1 Agoidis. I'm always butcher some of these names, but I felt like these for the Invoked was plenty. I don't go into him too often, but when I do, it's just to close out a game real quick because I can using my graveyard. Otherwise, going into your 2 Macabres by turn 2 more often than not is really easy with the build. 1 Arclight, 1 Savage, and 1 Metal Marcher for the combo. Just in case we open only our Invoke combo, that's why we are playing the Secure Gardna to get our 1 card Macabre. Almirage Gardna, pretty standard though for the Invoked play. 1 Lean Cross for combo, obviously. 2 Helka Fibrex because if the first gets stopped or negated, or if you want the follow-up play, like kind of back and forth grind game, things like that, to do your Selene to access code talker. Then we have Barricade Blocker to continue the combo. You can use your Auroradon and 1 other monster also to go in your access code. You do not need to use your Selene, but otherwise Selene and a monster obviously makes access code as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and liked the list. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let us know what we could do to better the channel, make these videos better for you guys. Until next time, have a good one.